To animate our pins, we're going to use the classic tween. To add the classic tween, let's use your regular selection tool, which is the very first tool in your toolbox, and right-click on your picture of your person. We want to make sure to create a classic tween. The pins won't work with a motion tween. So when we create the classic tween, it'll create this purple area at the bottom of our timeline. So I'm going to go ahead, I want my animation to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to add a keyframe way towards the end here. So I'm going to right-click, insert a frame, and here I have my person kind of existing for this time. So what I want to do is I want to add another keyframe later on in this animation. So when we used motion tween, we could add the keyframes ourselves just by moving things around. But in classic tween, you have to add the keyframe first and then make a change. So if I tried to go to the middle, use the pin warp tool, you see it's not letting me do anything. But if I go to the end where there's a keyframe, I can use the pin warp tool and change what he looks like. So I'm going to go add some keyframes in the middle here by using the keyframe button at the top of my timeline. And then I'm going to go back through and mess around with the pins. So what the classic tween is going to do is it'll animate the differences that the pins make on your picture and figure out what happens in between. So I can now go through, maybe make him move his shoulders around, maybe make it look like he's dancing a little bit too. And again, if it's not letting you change anything with your pin warp tool, you might need to double check that you have a keyframe. And to see these pins, you just need to make sure you're on the pin warp tool after adding your keyframe. So you can see here, now I took a still image that's kind of like moving and waving with the beat.